USS North Carolina was the first in a series of modern battleships, which were pressed into service by the United States Navy following the end of World War I. She set new standards for shipbuilding technology that combined speed and performance with superior firepower. Construction began at the New York Naval Shipyard in October 1937 and was completed just 4 years later in April 1941. After extensive sea trials, the North Carolina was declared fit for duty and entered the war in the Pacific in June 1942. Throughout the war, the North Carolina's massive 16-inch guns helped earn her 15 battle stars. This majestic ship saw action in every major engagement with the enemy, including the battles for Guadalcanal, Iwo Jima, and Okinawa. Following the war, the North Carolina was reduced to a training vessel and was finally decommissioned in June 1947. Now, thanks to the citizens of North Carolina, this once powerful warrior now serves as a memorial to its valiant crew and incredible achievement. Now that you had a chance to experience some of the history of the USS North Carolina, sit back now as Fran takes us on a fascinating and highly entertaining tour of this magnificent ship.
We're on the USS North Carolina. Okay, it's a cool battleship. Andy knows all the details. I'm sure he'll just go ahead and dub that all in. If you turn around, Mr. Cameraman, you can see this really cute little plane. Andy said that went out on like spy missions, and then they kind of had this big crane up there where they'd like pick it up out of the water. It's pretty interesting. Let's head that way. This is turret number 3, located on the North Carolina stern. That's the back of the boat for you non-nautical types. The barrel of this gun is 16 inches in diameter and can fire a 2,000-pound shell 30 miles. It's pretty cool in here. Ow. From the day she entered the war in the Pacific, the North Carolina saw action in every Pacific campaign. In all, she was awarded 15 battle stars for her effort. Okay, enough with the facts. Let's go below and see what makes this big ship work. As we head deeper into the belly of this ship, one can only imagine what life was like during wartime. Our first stop on the tour is the crew's mess. I think this is where the guys came and ate. But they're not serving today.
This is the engine room of the USS North Carolina. I'll tell you one thing, it was cool up on top of the deck. It is hot down here. Can you imagine what it would have been like during a battle in the Pacific during World War II when it's about 110 degrees outside? But here we are in the engine room of the USS North Carolina.
Sailors aboard ship all shared one thing: close quarters. Oh, it's like a bed of nails. I'm sure they had mattresses.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. God, your neighbor's butt is right here.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here. Man, I don't know how to get out of this place. We've been through the mess, the galley, the crapper areas. I can't imagine when they're on full alert here, they don't trip over these things. Now, granted, they're a lot smaller, more agile than I am, but it's just amazing. It's just amazing. Ships at sea had to be completely self-sufficient. If you needed a part for your gun, you made it in your tool shop. Bad teeth are always fixed by the ship's dentist, and you can always count on the dock to repair that burst appendix. The primary mission of a battleship is to seek out the enemy and destroy them where they lie. Around the clock, the North Carolina wreaked havoc on the Japanese with these 2,000-pound shells. This would definitely be a place not to smoke. we'll find one of these. This is awesome. This one is actually Cool Air. Andy said I should stick my head through any darn hole, so I'm just doing what he told me to do. I think this is like where you steer it. Look! Right rudder.
That's left.
Oh.
You're going to port. Now go to starboard. Come on, steer to starboard. Come on. Do you have any idea what you're doing?
Nope, but it's fun.
Seated atop the captain's chair on the USS North Carolina, we have just been, we're just about finished up with our tour. We've been down in the engine room, down into the magazine room, and now we're up in the tower where they steered the bloody ship. So, just kind of catching a decent rest and checking out the sights. This really is one incredible battleship. So we're about ready to go ahead and just pack it in right now. So this is Andy and Fran coming to you from the USS North Carolina.
Man, was it hot down there. The further down we went, the hotter it got. So I guess hell is really horrible. I said it's much better up here. But I mean, beads of sweat.